Pros and cons of customer service. Many companies want to provide good customer service. They want to do all they can for the customer, but what about the employee, the middleman? As an employee at a company, pleasing the customer is number one priority. Sometimes it can be very difficult. You can't please everybody, and that's a big con of the job. However, this part of the job also builds character, and that's positive, and I'm thankful for that. At my current job as a fuel associate, or a gas pumper, I've learned so much in these last 5 to 6 months. I've grown a lot. Even though I'm 19, I've adapted to a lot of things that some people don't experience until later on in their lifetime. And some of these experiences have helped me out for the better. For example, I've been cursed out, called all types of names, had people get in my face, and be very rude. These are some examples of cons, but if you handle these situations maturely and responsibly, they can also be turned into pros. I will consider my biggest growth on the job to be learning to deal with situations successfully. When I started, it seemed crazy not to say anything and laugh when people were being rude, but I was told this response was good because these situations will happen again and again. There will always be rude and nasty people in the world, so I've learned to overcome their rudeness with silence. Here are some examples. One time, a lady pulls up. She rolls down her window, and she says, "Can I get $15 of regular gas?" But I heard her say 50. Based off of her accent, it sounded like 50. So I asked her again, not once, but twice. After pumping her gas, I asked her for the money, but she told me she said 15. But I remember repeating back 50 twice. However, she got mad at me, and I explained to her calmly and respectfully, and she finally agreed to pay the full amount. I remember her being so rude, but even though she was rude, I think I still handled it professionally. Another time was when it was very busy, and a man pulls up to the diesel pumps. So he sat there for 5 minutes, then he honked his horn. Before I go any further, let me explain. He wasn't what he seemed to be, but he wasn't really a he, but he was a she, even though she looked like a he. Then when I finally got over to the pumps, she was furious. In her manly voice, she says, "Why did you have me waiting here so long? I've been here for almost 20 minutes. Pause. This is very untrue. The only thing that I can say is, this is diesel, ma'am. It doesn't say it once, but twice. I apologize for having you wait here for so long." She says, "You could have told me. Why did you have me waiting here?" Then she drives off. This was one of my most memorable experiences, but very funny too. It was hard, but I learned that you're gonna get a rude customer or two now and then. But there are also nice customers too. One of mine came from North Carolina. He asked for $40 of gas, but when I pumped it, it only came to $35. When I gave him his change, he said, "No, you keep it. You guys work hard. Nobody appreciates you guys." So I've had good days and bad days on the job of customer service. It's a lot nicer on the good days, but on the bad days are an opportunity to build character. So even though customer service has its pros and cons, I found that even cons can be turned into pros.